Hello, my friend, and welcome to Functional Fitness Over 50. This is week 5, lesson 2. Glad you're back. I am so ready for this because in week 5, lesson 1, we did a lot of the mat moves we've been working on and added, like we always do, added a little something else. And we worked on some of the weights with water bottles and with also pre-made weights for a little bit of upper body weight work. And we will come back to that today. But today I really want to make sure that I show you some stretches. Now, normally in a classical Pilates class, the training, we go from one movement to the next. It's a flow. It flows from one movement to the next, really, without stopping, all the way to the end. And normally there isn't a specific stretching time that goes into behind each movement, because everything in Pilates is strengthening and stretching you at the same time. But sometimes I get the feeling I just want to stretch myself a little bit more, and in some different ways. So I'm going to build some of those in for today. So this is going to be a stretchier workout than usual. So definitely go back to the week 5 lesson 1 and do that one a few times. And then you can build this one in that has still some of those same movements and builds in some stretches, if in case you're feeling like I do sometimes, just I need a little extra opening of things to feel good right now. And now that I think of that too, I will put in the functional fitness on the fly section a video just showing a stretching routine from head to toe, top to bottom. What I do is as a stretching routine when that's exactly what my focus is. Maybe after I've gone out walking the dog or gone for a hike in the hills, or maybe for a swim or a bike ride. Anything else that I've done, any other movement that I've done that has warmed me up well, then I'll go in sometimes and just sit down and do a full half-hour stretch. So I will put that in fitness on the fly. But I'm going to build some of those in today just so you can see some of those stretches and try them out. Okay, so I want to remind you, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And maybe not spill it on yourself like I did a minute ago. But we're rolling with it. So yes, don't forget your glass of water. Take a drink before you get started. Get your Pilates ball or your yoga block or your stuffed animal that you've robbed from your grandkids' toy box. And for weights, if you have the water bottles like I showed you last time that I used, the commercial weights like this one, this is a 10-pounder. So some of you, especially guys, might be fairly comfortable with using this. And a lot of us want to start with something lighter. So you can use soup cans, water bottles, but you can also buy these weights at all increments, like 2 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, they go up. So it's usually something a little lighter than 10 once you get going, like a 5 or so. If you just want to get one pair, would be a good middle place to work, because these water bottles go about from 2 to 3 pounds. So your next step up would be around 5 or so. So if you want to get commercial weights, I'd recommend that. And also, we are going to do the roll up today, and reminding you that it can be done with a stretchy band or a belt. I put 2 belts here together to help myself up, wrapping these around my feet. So you might get something like that can help you to put them around your feet to help you be able to begin the roll up from the floor. Okay, so we're going to get started and work through some of the movements that you've seen before, and then build those stretches in kind of in the middle. Okay, so let's get going. All right, we will start right here. We've started with mat footwork recently, and we'll do just a little bit of that along with the chest lift and the hundreds before we move on to the rest of the program. So sort of an abbreviated work on those because you've done them before, you've seen them, you understand how they move, so we don't have to take too much time on those. Okay, so we're going to roll back flat on the mat. Take a deep breath, expand your ribs, and let it go and press all that air out. Let your ribs expand, fill your belly, and then feel your belly flatten as you engage your abs and you bring those ribs together. And then expand again with that breath. And then push it all out. Good job. Okay, so we have those abs engaged. We have that core on. We're ready to go. And the neutral spine, we're not pressing it flat against the floor. And we're not arching way up. We're just kind of rested in the middle. The tailbone is down, and there's just a very slight arch in your lower back that keeps it off of the floor. Okay, so we're starting from here. First, we'll just start with some of that footwork. So bring your hands behind your head, your fingers clasped under the base of your skull. We want to make sure when we're doing anything with our head and shoulders up that before we lift up there, we intentionally engage the core and then lift the chin to the ceiling, the chin to chest, and make sure the weight of that head is resting back in your hands. Okay, so we're going to be up, or you can be down for the footwork, whatever you need to do. Bringing your legs to tabletop, that's right angle at hip, right angle at knee, and knees are together. Then we're going to open the front of the feet while the heels stay together. This is the Pilates V. Your feet are about your feet are about a fist distance apart, and the heels are together. Okay, you can stay down here if you wish, or you can bring yourself up so that you're using your core to elevate your head and shoulders, and your head is resting back into your hands once you're up. And we're pushing out at a 45-degree angle with an exhale. Knees are apart when they come toward your shoulders. Press out, inhale, push those heels together. Make them stay right in the center there. Push. There's some energy you're using to hold those heels together while you are intentionally integrating your core, which helps you to stay up, to keep your legs up, and to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up if that's what you're choosing. Otherwise, stay back here if you're just getting started with this and really get a hold of that core before you press out and in. One more, out and in, and we're going to change this to bird on a perch. Remember, this foot position has the heels pushed out, and then the toes, the arch is wrapped around like a perch, as if you were a bird. So your toes are also rolled forward, and the knees stay together on this one. Exhale and inhale, holding that foot position as if you were a bird on a perch. Imagine pulling up through your arches. A pull up while you're stretching out. Pull up those arches, and while you're stretching the heels and toes forward, keeping a cupped shape in that foot. Make sure your abs are in and your knees stay together. The minute I stop concentrating on my knees together, they flop out every time. I always have to work on that. Two more. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale. And again, stay down if that works best for you. Last one on these, the heel's out, so the feet are flexed, and we're pushing out with the heel. Stay down here if that works best for you right now. Make sure that your core is engaged to keep your back from arching up too far. Knees stay together. Inhale and exhale, 45 degrees. Inhale and exhale. Looking great, you got it. Excellent, coming right back to that 90-degree angle. Looking good, two more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. We're going to stop here for a stretch. Let's bring those knees in to your chest. And just rock side to side. Stretches out your lower back. Let your mid back and upper back and neck all relax down into the mat. Back to center, and you can churn your knees, churn like a butter churn. You can just roll your knees around in a circle and go back the other way. A little bit of a stretch there. Good job. Okay. Now put both feet on the mat and take a hold of your left leg from behind the thigh. Wherever you can comfortably now, extend that leg to. If it's straight up, fine. If it's not quite there, that's okay. Just make sure you're holding on to the back of that thigh. And to wherever you can stretch that leg up, flex your foot so you get a stretch through the calf and point your toe. Flex your foot, point your toe. I'll do it down here so you can see. Flex, point, flex, point. But the straighter you can get your leg, the more of the stretch through the hamstring you're going to get. Later on, as you get more comfortable with this, the bottom leg will be out straight with a flexed foot, which makes it quite a bit more difficult to keep this leg at a 90-degree angle if there's a lot of need for stretch in the quad, the inner thigh, and the hamstring. So be at whatever level you are right now that you feel a stretch and not a painful pull. Put that one down, other side. Right hand behind right thigh, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, at 90 or wherever you can, get close to that. And if you're feeling quite flexible, you can push that bottom leg out straight with a flexed foot so that leg is on the mat while you are stretching the leg that's in the air. Good job. Okay, let's bring this one down, bring this one back, and go into our chest lift with rotation, okay? So this time we're going to go right into the rotation part of it. So let's make sure we're really prepared. Abs are engaged. The weight of your head is back in your hands, and then you're going to lift up and reach that left armpit toward your right knee without moving your hips and your legs. They stay right where they are. Then the right armpit goes over to the left knee and down. And think of exhaling here, exhaling and kind of squeezing and wringing out your core as you twist. And down, and lift and twist, and down. Lift, twist, and down. Lift, armpit to knee, and down. And try to keep those elbows back. I always have to work on that too. And then if you feel like you want to go up to the next level, stay up in the center, the head, the weight of your head still stays back in your hands, and then cross over so that you never go back to the mat. How are your abs doing, guys? Keeping them engaged, pulling them in and up. While you're breathing, exhale, 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 exhale. You got it. And down in the center if it helps. Knees stay together. One more each side. That's right armpit to left knee. Left armpit to right knee. Good job. Okay, now we're going to go into the hundreds. So you remember how much these warm you up. Woohoo, so fast. Okay, the hundreds can be done at a few different levels. We start here. We're lying completely flat on the floor. Abs are engaged. Arms are out straight. And we're just pumping with the arms. This raises our heart rate up, helps us be more oxygenated, and gets us really warm. Just pumping the arms. Next level is if you're comfortable with lifting your head, neck, and chest, engaging the abs, and pumping here. And you could do some of them like this, then some of them down, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Next level, bringing your knees up to tabletop, while also staying with your head and neck up, abs engaged, pumping the arms. That's it. If you're feeling like you want to push it a little further, then the legs go straight out to 45-degree angle. Keep pumping. Put your head down if you're feeling okay with the legs at the 45, but your neck is starting to get tired, you don't want to overstress it, put it back down. Okay? And just to show you what it looks like when Joe Pilates did his hundreds, eventually, and this took me a long time to get to, we get lower and lower and lower without letting the back arch up, so that we're almost straight out with heels just off the mat. Woo, baby! That's not easy. Okay, bring your knees back down and your arms back down, and take a breath in through your nose. Whenever possible, our breathing should be happening through our nose. One of the detriments of breathing out through the mouth a lot is that it adds to a loss of hydration. When we're breathing out through the mouth, we can become dehydrated more easily. So anytime we can use the nose to breathe and the mouth to talk and eat, that's a good thing. Okay, so from our hundreds, we're going to go into spine twist. We'll take a few here with the arms out to the side, knees at tabletop, and we're engaging the abs before we move those legs to one side. Use that oblique to come up and to the other side. So when I'm over here to the left, I want to use my right oblique. I want to imagine it pulling the legs back to the center. And over here, I'm going to pull from the left side back to center, keeping the knees together and at tabletop. Side to side. Arms out straight helps you to keep the core quiet on the floor and not wiggle around too much. If you're ready for the next level, arms are out straight on the floor. It's definitely harder to hold your torso quiet while you're moving the legs when the arms are straight. Advanced level of these, one of them is to do it with the arms up. This is when your core gets really strong and you don't go like that. So if you want to try this out, go only as far as you can move those legs to the side without letting your torso leave the mat. That's when you'll know the level of your core strength right there. Good job. One more each side. Oop, I just rocked up. One more on this side. Really stay flat, shoulders down and back. Over to the other side. Oh yeah, that was way better. Okay, and down. All right, from here, we are going to go sideways a minute. Whoop. Push ourselves up. Good job. Let's take a quick stretch here. Here, I'll turn this way so you can see better. Quick stretch of the inner thigh. Put your feet together in front of you. Knees out to the side. Whatever level of stretch you feel comfortable with today, that's perfect. You're going to bring your heels toward you, toward your sit bones, whatever that feels good, and stop where it starts to feel a stretch in your inner thigh, but not pain. And then you can keep your hands on the ankles and just press the elbows down on the inside of your thighs to stretch the legs sideways. Take a deep breath, or two or three. Nice. Pretty soon you'll feel like you can bring another inch in and press down again. But wherever you are, starting out here or in closer, you want to feel a stretch without feeling pain. Press those elbows down. Good job. Okay, and then you can push a little forward, lift your hands up off your ankles, and just stretch your spine out here. You'll feel this in your back, but you'll really feel it in your thighs as well. And then roll back up. Roll your shoulders. Good job. Okay, little mini stretch right in the middle. We can do this our way, right? Okay, we're going to go down into single leg stretch right now. So putting your left hand on your right knee, right hand on your right ankle. Roll yourself back with that right knee coming in and the left leg going out like a dagger. And we're going to switch. So the right hand comes to the left knee. Switch left hand to the right knee and push that leg out while pulling the other knee in. Notice I'm using my arms. You can see my muscles in my arms working because I am, as always in Pilates, working in opposition. I'm pushing and stretching out while I'm tucking and folding in for the work. Pulling in, using my arms, pulling that leg. Oh, the other one stretches out. One more each side. Excellent. Woohoo! Okay. Now we're going to go into the roll up. So we need to sit up first. So you can either go to the side and push yourself up, or you can put your hands on your thighs and rock yourself forward. Whichever one works there for you is great. Okay. Rolling up. So last couple times we talked about the roll up. We really worked on gaining the core that's necessary for a roll up to be successful. So when we're sitting with our feet flat on the mat, knees are bent and shoulders are back, we're just going to roll back as far as we can. I should make sure you can see my feet. Roll back as far as we can while keeping your feet on the mat. If your feet start to lift up, you've gone further than your core is ready to support yet. Okay? So arms just out straight, abs are engaged. We're rolling back a bit and then rolling back up. And when you first get started, that might look just like this little bit before those feet start to get light. You don't want your feet to get light. It's telling you to stop there and come back up again. So wherever you can go back to, exhale, inhale, just rolling back, really, really tucked in those abs, really engaged in that core. Roll back, roll up, and those feet have to stay on the mat. Don't go any further, then they will stay there. Roll back, roll up, one more. Roll back and roll up. Okay, so that's a modified roll up. The full-on roll up is an exercise where we are flat out. Legs are out, and that's why I've got the belt or a stretchy band that you can put around your feet. Your legs can go out straight, and then you can roll one vertebra at a time down to the mat till you're flat. Take a breath. Okay, so when we do the roll up, the full roll up starts with the arms overhead. We're not starting there right now. What we're doing now is using the strap to help us lift the chin to the ceiling just a bit and then chin to chest. And as you start to come up, you want to roll one vertebra at a time. So you're sucking the abs in, sucking the abs in, sucking the abs in. So you're coming up almost like you're rolling over a basketball on your lap. Right? You don't want to come up in one flat back. You want to roll vertebra by vertebra and unroll the same way. So one at a time, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in on that core. Roll all the way to the bottom. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, chin to the chest, roll up. Again, not coming up in a straight back. We're coming up in a roll by vertebra, by vertebra, by vertebra, and over that basketball, and stretch forward. Let your head come down. One more time. Roll it back. And if you don't have this time something to hold yourself with your feet, just stay up in the seated position like we were doing earlier, and just roll yourself back where you can without letting your feet come up. Okay. Arms go forward. Really pulling those abs in. Oh. And stretch over. Good job. Oh, roll up. That's a great one. There's a lot of stretching involved in that one. So we'll move on to the next. We're going to roll like a ball now. Okay, rolling like a ball. Turn this way. You might remember in rolling like a ball that we bring our arms into the sides, the outsides of our ankles, and our feet are together. And when we come up to balance, you pull the heels toward your sit bones, really getting a hold of that core, pulling those abs in, and just balance with your feet off the mat. Your back is rounded, your head is between your ears, Try that again. Your head is between your knees. Your knees and your ears are close. And just hold yourself there. The point of rolling like the ball is to be able to go back like a ball and come rolling back up and stay here without hitting the mat. If you get back and you get stuck, don't worry. Just use the back of your thighs to pull yourself back up and do it again. Holding the outside of your ankles, really focusing on keeping a hold of those abs, really engaging that core, and then rocking back, staying as round as you can and rocking forward. And if your feet hit the mat, that's okay. It's just telling you we have more core work to do. Engage abs, roll back, roll up, and hang right there above the mat, staying rounded. 2 more. And just balance there. 1 more. And hold your balance. Let's just hold that balance for a minute. Keeping your head between your knees as you can, abs pulled in, feet off the mat, and just balance yourself there. If you want to get tricky, we can look just toward another exercise, another movement that we'll be doing later on in the series. But a quick attempt at beginning it is to keep your ankles, keep your feet together where they are. Bring your hands on the inside of your ankles this way. And just see if you can keep your balance while unfolding one leg at a time just a little bit. While unfolding. See if you can hold that balance. Becomes a little more challenging as you give that an attempt. Woo! And if you can straighten them, great, but that's kind of far ahead. Just take a little bit of a move out and a move out. And put your feet back down. That's the very, very, very beginning of a movement called the open leg rocker. We'll save that for later. Okay. So don't forget, hydrate while you're working out. And now that we've rolled like a ball, before we go down into bridges, let's take a moment to stretch our chest and back and upper back. So you can crisscross your legs, roll your shoulders back, and just take your arms behind you, roll your shoulders back and down, and just reach. You won't be able to put your palms together, most likely. I know I can't with your arms down, but just imagine that, like you're reaching one hand to the other. And just hold for a stretch while you're breathing. And then bring those arms forward, and here you can clasp your hands together. And then allow your upper body to really stretch. Press your fists out and stretch between your shoulder blades. Big breath. Okay, I'm going to turn and face you. You guys are already in the right position. I'm not. So I'm going to turn and face you. So you're here now. I'm going to come back. I'm going to put the left hand down on the mat, and the right arm is going to go up with the hand reaching straight up toward the ceiling. So you're sitting up straight. And then imagine yourself stretching over toward that left knee. And think again about like having a little grapefruit right here next to you. You don't want to collapse down into the ribs here. You want to sit up nice and straight, reach up, and then over to that side. Take a breath and let those ribs stretch apart. Excellent. Okay. Now the right hand goes down. The left arm goes up. We stretch up so that we're not collapsing on the right, and then over to the right, letting all that good air space come in between your left rib cage. Big breath. Back here, and then the other side again. Remember to reach up and then over. Does that feel great or what? Right hand down, reach up, and then over to the right. Whenever you need a rest or you feel a little crunchy, it's like, oh, I got a little sticky spot here. You can always stop when you're working out and get that part stretched out. get that get it oxygenated. Like imagine air coming in between your ribs in that one, and get your breath back on before you move into your next exercise. It's really good for you. Okay, so we're going to go with bridges right now. So I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to roll back. You can start with the ball or whatever apparatus you choose between your knees. If you don't use anything, just bring your knees together. But it's important that in the midline, we want to pull in toward the midline with our thighs, and you can squeeze that or just bring the knees together. Hands are down on the mat. When the arms are down on the mat, the tricep is flexed and working, pressing into the mat. They don't just lay there, blah, right? We're pressing. So engaging the abs, lift through the hips, squeeze the glutes, squeeze those upper hammies to get yourself lifted up while pressing the arms into the mat. And when you think about your feet, make sure your heels are what's really pushing down while you're lifting up, right? Pilates opposition. The arms or the heels are pushing down while the hips are lifting up through the glutes and the hammies. And roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. Don't slam down to the mat, and rock into your sacrum and come back. Get that little pelvic tilt going on. Rolling up and then lifting. Hold. And down one vertebra at a time. One more time. When we come up, this time we're going to pulse. So we're going to hold here, pressing down into the arms, pressing down through the heels. The knees are together, the thighs are together, abs are engaged, and we're just going to squeeze the glutes and upper hammies a little bit more to lift, and a little bit more to lift, and lift, inhale, and exhale. Give those babies a squeeze. Make them mean it. Lift and lower, push up and down, push up and down. Keep those knees together, up. Keep those abs engaged, up. And press down with the triceps. Squeeze up with the glutes and upper hammies. 2 more, woohoo! And 1 more. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, and roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. Go in for a stretch on these. Remove whatever it is you have between your knees there. And let's just stretch the hammies out a little bit by bringing that right leg up with the hands behind the thigh, keeping your torso stable. This foot stays on the mat or out straight as you are comfortable, whichever. But you just want to reach behind the thigh, or maybe if you can get to the calf carefully without doing this with your neck, keeping your shoulders, your neck, everything relaxed down on the mat. That hand behind that leg, and just give it a gentle pull while you're breathing. So you're feeling that hamstring and glute stretch. Gentle pull. Gentle pull. Excellent. Okay, and just hold it there. You don't want to yank it around. If you wish, flex the foot a bit to get a little more out of that stretch. And then point. And you can roll your ankle one way, roll it the other way. Get a little more stretch out of that leg and down gently. And then we go to the back of the left leg in this case. Bring it in, straighten it, hold behind the thigh. If you're comfortable, you can keep your torso on the floor, your abs engaged, and your other foot on the mat. You can reach up a little bit further if you've got it. You don't really want to be right on your knee joint, but either the bottom of your thigh or the top of your calf. Just hold here and just give it a little bit of a pull and hold while you're breathing. You should feel that in the hamstring and down into the glute. Flex that foot a little bit for a little extra stretch right into the calf even. You got the whole thing going on there. Point your foot, flex again. And then you can roll one direction, roll your ankle around. And roll the other direction, roll your ankle around. And then one more. Just hold that stretch, see if you can get it just a little more out of it. Brilliant, brilliant. Ooh, I can feel that right through here. That's what you want. Okay, I'm going to roll back over and come up for leg series. I'm going to have to go this way. Water. We haven't done the side leg series for a little bit. So we'll do a few of those, and then we'll do some of the weights that we did in lesson 1 for this week. Okay, side kick series. You want to be out straight on the mat. So one hip is over the other, one knee is over the other, one foot is over the other, body straight. Your head leads straight off of your spine. You don't want to get cranked up here. I see people do this a lot, like bend their neck up. You want to stay here with your neck out straight. If you are up on your elbow, a little closer. If you're up on your elbow, you can choose to be up on your elbow, or you can let that arm out straight and let your head down onto your bicep. This is fine too. They both work. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves steady so that we're not flopping around through the torso. We're going to stay right here. One of the things that can help with that is just bring both legs forward, maybe 6 inches. So you're straight through your body down to your hip, and then a slight forward movement at the hip. So your legs stay straight, but they come up maybe 6 inches in front, just to give us a little more balance. Okay, and then this arm, this one supports you to keep you from rocking around in your torso. All right. You can make a Pilates V with your feet if you feel ready. So that's keeping those heels together, kind of lifting up on the toe of the one that's on the mat. Great job. Okay, we're going to flex the foot forward while this other leg is staying down, and then point the toe to the back. Notice my upper body stays where it was. My hip is not what's moving, it's my leg. Flex forward, point back. There you go, you got it. That's it, yes. So flex forward and use this hand to support you. Point back so you don't open up like this and fall over. You want to keep that core really engaged so that your torso stays right where it is. Flex forward, point back. Flex forward, point back, flex forward. Notice we're using intention, not momentum. Momentum looks like this, like swinging, right? We're pushing the heel forward, we're pulling the toe back. 2 more, heel forward, toe back, heel forward, toe back. Excellent job. Okay. Now we're going to set the top foot back down on the bottom one, and we're just going to lift from here. So again, get your abs ready, get your core on, get your hand holding here to help yourself, and just lift the top leg and lift and lower. Again, we're not using momentum. That's throwing things around. We're lifting and we're lowering. So it takes effort, not just to lift, but also to bring that leg back down. Lift and lower. Good job. 2 more. And lower. And that lift is however high you're comfortable making it. Now we're going to try the letter. I've had friends call this the letter A or the mini rainbow. Lift that top leg up. Turn from the thigh. Turn so that your foot opens up, and then tap the heel on the mat just in front of your other foot. Boop. And then lift it. It's not a big high lift, okay? This is a set down the heel, lift it, turn the leg again so that you touch the floor with your toe behind that leg on the mat. Oops, did you let your abs go? It happens easily. So heel to the front, toe to the back, just lifting over that other leg, not making a big production of that. And again, with intention, not momentum. Heel front, toe back. So we're rotating that femur in the hip joint, which is not otherwise done very often. So it's very good for us to do that. 1 more, tap heel, tap toe. Excellent. Woohoo! Way to go. All right, I'm going to flip it around to the other side. Losing my mat here a smidge. There we go. Okay, again, the body is straight, a straight line on the side, down to, this time I'm going to do this one on my elbow. So last time I was down here, my head on my bicep. You can do that if you wish. This one I'm going to do with my elbow. So legs are out straight. Bring them about 6 inches forward, hips one on top of the other. If you're on your elbow, don't let your body and your shoulder fall apart here. Lifting up in your torso, lifting up in the shoulder. Don't let it sink down, and then your head comes straight off your spine. It's a lot to think about. So sometimes when we get started on the movement, we go, whoop, and just remind yourself, lift here, straight neck. Flex foot, pointed foot. Flex foot, pointed foot, and tension. Flex foot. You may not be able to bring it all the way to the front, and that's okay. Bring it as far as you can and bring it back. I forget sometimes because I've been doing this for so long. But you just work within the range that you have right now. Because every time you practice, your range will expand and you will get better at this. It never gets easier, I'll say that. Because as you get better at it, you extend it more, right? You ask more of yourself. But wherever you are, just let that be okay. Point back. Last one. Flex front. Check out those ribs and shoulder. Point back and down. Okay. And now this time, your feet are together, one on top of the other. Again, abs in, hand on the mat to help yourself, and just lift and lower. As much effort to lift, think about it being an effort to lower too. Push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. That's it. Good, good, good. You got it. Push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. Excellent. Push up, pull down. One more. Up and down. Okay, now remember this one. The heel is coming down. A little bit more here so you can see me better. The heel is coming down in front of this leg, and the toe is coming to the back. So we're rotating through the femur for that hip joint while staying lifted if you're up here, right? So heel, lift, toe, lift, heel. And it's not a big lift. Just bring it up over that leg. Heel front, rotate, toe back, rotate, heel front, rotate, toe back. That is it. How's that upper body doing if you're up on your shoulder? Breathing. Gorgeous. You got it. Woohoo! Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Keep it going. 2 more. Rotate. You might really be feeling this in the hip if you haven't had this kind of rotation before. That's just telling you, yeah, baby, my body needs this. Good job. And right back. So you have one foot over the other. Ah, I'm so proud of you. It's amazing. All right. We are going to do a brief weight series. Okay? Going brief, babies. So your 2 weights, whatever they are. In this case, I've got my water bottles. I'm going to sit with a little bit of a stretch in the hip there. Okay? And then bring your weights, your water bottles, whatever you got. Shoulders back and down, elbows in for bicep lifts. Bicep lift up, press down, lift. And don't let that weight go to the floor, right? You don't want to rest it. You want to keep moving, keep using those biceps. Lift it up with an exhale. Inhale, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, up, down. Good job. Up and down. 3 more. And then we're going to go to the triceps. So there's 1. And if you can't quite bend your knees all the way in, that's okay. Leave your feet out further. Doesn't matter. Okay, 1 more. Okay, now switching to the triceps, put the weights down toward the floor a minute. Sit up straight. Gauge your abs. And then hinge forward, not roll over, but with the straight back and your shoulders back, hinge forward. Bring your elbows into the side, and we're going to press back and forward, back and forward. So you think about those triceps. Think about those muscles down the back of your upper arm. They are contracting to lift. They are stretching to release. They're contracting to lift. Each time you press the weight back, your triceps contract. Really feel them. They don't get enough love. There's so many things we do with our biceps. We carry things, we reach for things, we drive the car, we hold the kids, all the things with the front of our bodies and with the biceps, and the triceps don't get enough love. Make sure those shoulders, check them again, are rolled back and down. The elbows are in close, and you're pushing out. Good job. Press. 2 more. Press. 1 more. Press. Okay, and if you have either a fairly weighty commercial weight, or you've got your bottles or your cans of soup or your other smaller weights, we're going to go overhead with the shoulders back, abs are in, sitting up nice and straight. With this one commercial weight that's fairly heavy, you can just press up and down. It's right in front of your nose. Press up, exhale, and down. Notice nothing else is moving on my body. Reaching up, I'm sitting up nice and straight. My abs are engaged, pushing up. And if you're using 2 weights, that's great too. Press up, bring them close together, but they don't need to reach each other. Exhale up, press, and down. Press, and down. Nothing else is moving. Body is totally quiet. Sitting up really straight. Abs are really engaged. You got it. 3 more. Press up. Make them count. And down. And let those arms go straight, but don't jam your elbows. The tiniest little bend stays in those elbows. And down. And make this one even slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. Breathe. And then down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Yay! Okay, one last stretch here, which is a piriformis stretch. It probably would have been best to put in right after the side leg series, but I got carried away with the weights. So let's come back for a minute to sitting, and we'll roll back. That piriformis stretch back here. Sometimes things get tightened up there. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Boop. Then reach forward to the back of the right thigh and hold together with your hands clasped. Okay. You can stay right here. There are things you can do to extend this stretch if you're not really feeling it just yet. Sometimes we do this and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling it, because we don't stretch enough through our hips. But you can bring that thigh closer to you, as long as whatever extension of the stretch doesn't cause you to do this with your neck getting tense. As long as your neck stays relaxed, you're okay. You can pull in on that leg and hold and breathe. If you want a little movement, you could rock yourself side to side, and you'll find that maybe over here it's a little easier, maybe here it's okay, maybe over here it's like, ooh, I'm feeling more of a stretch, or wherever you feel the most stretch, and you can find that place and just hold it there a sec. Find the place that needs to be stretched the most. Just hold and breathe. And finally, one more trick for this to extend the stretch is this leg that's sticking out, this foot here, flex the foot. And in this case, it's the right foot, the right side. And slide that foot toward the left while you're stretching the rest. When you move that leg toward the midline, it accentuates the whole stretch situation. Just make sure, again, that it's not causing you to tense up your neck. So whatever level works for you, just get a stretch through here. And then we'll switch sides. So this time, the right ankle crosses over the left knee. We reach around the back of the left thigh. Right elbow is inside this knee, and we're pulling in. Hold here if you wish. Make sure your abs are engaged. Rock if you wish, a little bit back and forth. And while you're rocking back and forth, you might find a spot that feels particularly sticky and just stay there. and breathe while you're holding and breathing, and the abs are in, your core is engaged. If you want to add to that, flex this foot a bit and move it toward the right. Oh, I always feel that. That's always an extension for me when I move that foot toward the midline. Then I can feel the stretch even more. And just hold and breathe through your nose. You may need to breathe through your mouth sometimes when you're exerting yourself, and that's okay. But if you can start thinking of the consciousness of using your nose to breathe in and out as much as possible, it's really good for you. And relax that stretch and bring it back down. Whoop. Okay. And then for our last exercise, let's roll over onto our bellies and look under the rock. You guys remember that one? We go flat out, right? Flat out. Okay. And the arms are going to be at a goal post. I should probably move this way. Be in a goal post position. And your forehead is on the mat to start. Anytime you can relax your feet and let the top of your feet be on the mat. Anytime you are working on extension, face down. Extension just means working your back area, more your back muscles, your shoulders. Anytime you're working this way, you want to be sure before you start the exercise to engage the core. And by that I mean, in this exercise, it helps me to think of having an ice cube under my belly. So I'm going to lift up on that a little bit. Okay, and the forehead is down to start. Elbows are directly outside from the shoulders. We're going to bring the head up. We're going to lift one side, lift that arm one side. And the arm comes up as one unit. So think of lifting the elbow and letting the forearm follow it. Okay, you're going to lift up and then turn your head so you can look underneath and lift that arm up a little further. Did you lose your abs? Whoop. Hang on to them. And then down. So it's like you're looking under a rock. Turn to the other side. Lift that arm from the elbow. Lift up further and look underneath that rock. Abs in, abs in, abs in, and down. So lift left, abs in. You can feel this all through your shoulders and down in your back. I know you do because I do. And down. Lifting up, look under the rock. Lower down. Lift up, look under the rock. Lower down. Lift up, and when you lift, make sure your neck is straight off your spine. Turn, lift, under the rock, down. You can do this now without putting your forehead down at all. Make sure your neck is leading straight off your spine. Your abs are engaged. Your feet are relaxed. And you're just going slowly with intention, side to side, looking under and looking under. Oh, it feels so good. One more each side. Look under and look under. Okay. Oh, now for that reward. Some good stretching. Bring your knees apart a little bit. Sit your butt back to wherever you can. If you're not able to sit your butt all the way down to your heels, that's okay. Wherever you can come back to, you want to at the same time, hello Pilates opposition, you want to at the same time reach those fingertips out and stick them on the mat. Press your butt back so that you are really stretching through the back, through the shoulders, through your arms, through your fingers, pulling and stretching. Oh, shoulders love this so much. Again, your abs stay engaged. And breathe. And then take one hand over to the other, on top of the other, on the side. So you're stretching your obliques, your side waist. Abs are in. Switch sides. Get that other side stretched. And back to the center. And downward dog if you wish. And if you will remember, that has your hands coming out on the mat in front of you. For me, a while back, I broke my right wrist, and it just doesn't like being absolutely straight, right angle here. So instead, I turn my hand out a little bit and let my fingers come off the mat. That may be something you want to try or not, but that's how I do it, just a little bit with my fingers off the mat. So my hands are up in front of me. So when I come up, I'm curling my toes under. I'm going to lift up my knees.
and then I end up with my shoulders above my wrists. If you want to push yourself up for that stretch, let your heels start to come down, and you get a nice long calf stretch on this. Stick your butt up to the ceiling. Really press yourself up. Pull those abs up. Press your butt up to the ceiling. You can feel this stretch from your fingers to your toes, all down to your back. Keep breathing. Take another breath. And then when you come out of this, slowly roll down to your knees. Just bring your knees down. Sit back again. And roll yourself up slowly to sitting. You can sit either with your crisscross legs, or if you can sit back on your heels, that's fine. Let's take a final side stretch. So one arm is on your leg in front of you or on the mat, and lift up and over to the side. Always want to lift up first. Get that full stretch. Good job. Reaching up, lift, and then over to the side. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, and a tricep stretch. I'll have to get down a little lower. Tricep stretch looks like this. Bring your arm up straight, and then your hand, like right to the base of your neck, like where your spine is just below your neck. So your elbow's sticking out. With the other hand, reach over your head and pull up on the elbow. That helps to stretch the triceps. Let everything else stay relaxed. Don't let your neck get stiff. Just holding that elbow up. And release those arms down. And then this arm is going to come up. Reach back behind the base of your neck. The other arm reaches over your head. Pull up on the elbow. Breathe. Breathe. Good work. And a final stretch for your biceps. Sitting right where you are. Put your right arm out with your palm facing out away from your fingers down to the mat, and then gently, be so nice and gentle, pull back on those fingers a little bit, and you'll feel this stretch all the way up the inside of your arm. Roll your shoulders back and down so they stay relaxed. Good, you got it. Other side, this arm, shoulders back and down, this arm is out straight. Just pull back on those fingers enough so you feel a nice long stretch going up the inner arm. Way to go. You have completed week 5, lesson 2, with a little extra stretchies in the middle. I hope you enjoyed those. And again, as I said, I will soon be recording to put in functional fitness on the fly, a full half hour of top of your head to tip of your toes, stretching your body. So you can incorporate that anytime you want after you've worked out so that you're warm before you start those. Okay? All right. Look forward to seeing you next time. Keep at it, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Boop.